the members of the American public for suckers. He gets a free ride to the White House, and all we get is a lousy hat. His domestic policies would lead to recession. His foreign policies would make America and the world less safe. He has neither the temperament nor the judgment to be president.
Personal story segment tonight. Will Romney be a big factor in tonight's debate? As mentioned, this is debate 11 for the Republicans, so what's left to ask? Joining us now from Miami, the Purveyor, BernardGoldberg.com, Mr. Goldberg. So your opening question tonight to Donald Trump would be what?
Let me preface it. I'll give it to you in a second. This is not designed to please Trump supporters or displease them, but he's the front runner, and you have to hold him accountable. So here's my question, Bill. I say, Mr. Trump, you have said that President Bush intentionally lied about getting us into a war in Iraq. The very next day, you said you never said that, but you did. You said you opposed the war in Iraq from the outset, but you told Howard Stern something different. You said you saw thousands of Muslims cheering in New Jersey when the World Trade Center towers came down. Even Chris Christie, who has endorsed you, said it never happened. So my question, Mr. Trump, is, do you understand why people worry about your relationship with the truth?
Good question. Romney hit all those points, by the way, today in his speech in Utah. That's a really good question, and I hope they're watching the three moderators. I think they are. Maybe you'll get into it. Now, some might say, though, Bernie, it's a gotcha. It's a gotcha question.
Yeah,
you know, you're right. Running down the litany, and you really shouldn't be going for a gotcha in any way, shape, or form.
It isn't a gotcha in any shape, way, or form. The problem isn't with my question. The problem is that too many people watching us right now, they say they want fair and balanced journalism. They say they want objective journalism, but they don't. They want you and me and Krauthammer and everybody else to support whoever they support. So if you say something tough about Rubio, you'll hear it from Rubio's people, and you have. If you say something about Trump, you'll hear it from Trump's people.
It's a given.
I don't have a problem with this. They have a problem with this, and that finally needs to be said.
Okay. Many of the people who support Donald Trump or Ted Cruz or Rubio or Kasich believe that their overall approach is what's important. And it isn't important that you say you saw a bunch of Muslims jumping up and down after 9/11, that you might have nuanced the Iraq war a little bit more than you said you did, okay? That's not important to them. What's important is what you're going to do going forward. And I think that's what the Trump supporters are believing. Would I be wrong?
No. The key word is that's what they're believing. But I believe that this Trump experiment is going to end badly. Let's say Donald Trump does not, for whatever reason, no matter how legitimate it may be, does not get the nomination. In that case, the Republicans will lose in 2016. Because, as you've suggested, his supporters will think he got robbed from, the nomination was taken by the establishment or whatever, and a lot of them will sit home. But let's say he does get the nomination, okay? He will, as you've said many times, he will get many new voters and he will get many Democrats. But he will lose, as we're seeing every day, many Republicans. And no candidate can win. No candidate can win without not only support, but massive support from his own party. That's why I say I think this experiment is going to end badly. And I say that even if Donald Trump wins the nomination and wins the White House, it'll still end badly.
Okay, I'm not of that opinion, but I have another question for you. Why do you think that Donald Trump has dominated the primary voting so far?
Because
the others are more experienced. Why has he dominated?
Because I think more than anything else, Donald Trump is a symbol. And the symbol is a great big middle finger to the establishment, to the elites, to politics as usual. people who support Donald Trump, not all people, but many, they don't care about his tax policy. They don't care about his tariffs, which would wreck our economy. They don't care. They care about that he comes across as a strong man. That's what they care about. Except if he ever gets elected, he's going to have to actually do something. And if he starts in, to use the tariff example, we're going to have a war between China and the a trade war, that is, between China and the United States, between Mexico and the United States. I'm with Mitt Romney on this. He is not good for the future of this country, even in terms of business. But he is a symbol, and the symbol is the middle finger, and that's what all ordinary Americans, yes, it is. All the ordinary Americans, I use that term in the best sense, are giving the middle finger to the elites in this country.
And some of the elites deserve it, that's for sure. Bernie Goldberg, everybody.